And even if you have these small customers, how do you get to retain them and also get them to purchase more from you? So the first solution, quick solutions, is number one, for you to increase your sales pretty much, you need to set smart goals. And we'll be playing this particular graphics. Set smart sales goals for yourself. And smart, we all learned this in school, but it's totally applicable. Now, S stands for specific. Make sure that you have a specific goal. The other thing is M, measurable. You need to measure your goal pretty much so that you can be able to attain it. Now, A, your goal needs to be attainable. R, realistic. Realistic meaning you need to be real with yourself. Get to know how much you can stretch yourself and how much you cannot attain. The other thing is time bound. Don't just set goals and without timelines to it. You need to make sure that you have timelines. Your goals need to be time bound to ensure that you get to attain them. And if you have timelines pretty much for your goals, then you push yourself to ensure that you do not procrastinate and you get to attain what you want to attain at that particular time that you set. Now, the other quick solution is you need to conduct your market. You need to conduct a market survey. You could be a person who has been in that business for quite some time now, but I want you to do that market survey again. And your guiding question right here is you need to ask yourself this critically: who needs my products? Okay, do a market survey. You sell Apple products, so ask yourself, who really needs my products? Not wants, but needs. Identify those, target the accounts, and pretty much come up with that list. And of course, have a list that is totally realistic and measurable. Remember, SMART, yes? So that should be the guiding armor for you to come up with this list. So once you conduct that survey and you come up with that list, the other quick solution, and we'll be getting this particular graphics, is you need to study each account or potential client. Of course, you have that list now. Company X loves Apple products. They need, not want, they need. Okay, study each account. Get to know, what does this company do? If they're using Apple products, what are they using them for? Get to understand every single client in depth. Even if it means getting someone who works there for you to get intel info, do that. The beauty of that is that by the time you're approaching them from a solutions perspective. You approach them telling them, I've been studying you. Studying you for quite some time. I know what challenges you're facing. Hence, therefore, these are the solutions that I will provide to you thanks to the products that I'll be able to supply to you. So make sure that you start as much as you have maybe 10 clients that you've identified who use Apple products. Guess what? Every client has their own need with regards or vis-a-vis that particular product. So study them and get to know them better. So that will help you even hammer your sales better. By the time you're going to pitch, you have 50% off, your stake. So it actually increases your chances of getting this deal. The other quick solution is that you need to come up with an approach and a win strategy for each particular account or a potential client. What I mean by this, an approach or a win strategy is, once you know their weakness, okay, once you know where the need is, make sure you go all out, even if it means pretty much upping your game. Maybe you realize that their need is X, but maybe you are only in a position to do Y. You need to up your game in that, even if it means partnering with someone else to ensure that you approach this clientele with a holistic solution, then be it. Do just that. So you need to understand this person. It's just like wooing your spouse, yeah? By the time you're throwing lines, you should have already studied her or studied him. So it's the same with business. You should not take anything for granted. Now, the other quick solution is you need to set timelines. You have all this. We already talked about setting SMART goals, conducting a market survey. You need to study each potential client. You need to come up with an approach and a win strategy for this. But if you don't have timelines, you'll keep on procrastinating. And the thing with procrastination is the pitfall that many business people fall in, and getting out of there is very hard. Because the thing with procrastination, you'll say that so I have to approach this client today, but you move it to next week. You'll keep on pushing, and so you will not attain your goal. And And once you get comfortable with procrastination, it becomes, call it a disease. And of course, it will affect your bottom line. You will never meet your goal of wanting to increase your sales funnel. And that's why you get stuck. Your business will get stuck. Your bottom line will still be there, if not going under. So you need to make sure that you set timelines for every single strategy that you set out. The last one is formulate a client follow-up and retention strategy. That's the next slide that I prepared for you. Make sure that you formulate a client follow-up and retention strategy. Now let's start with the client follow-up. So for example, you've already come up with this list. You've studied your potential client. You know what their need is. Maybe you've even gone a notch further to partner with someone else to ensure that you provide for them a holistic solution. Once you approach them and they even give you an opportunity to go and make a proposal or go and pitch your solution to them, ensure that after that you follow up with them. That's where many business people get it wrong. You do not follow up. So you go do this amazing pitch or presentation and you do an amazing proposal, but after that, for example, of course, when you're doing a presentation, the board has to sit down, make resolutions. The people who will even listen to your pitch, not everyone will buy your solution. So make sure that you keep following up. Because if these people corrupt the others who maybe believed in you and the others didn't believe in you, and you don't follow up, they'll be like, so I told you that is just another person who wants business, okay? So you need to follow up so they can get to understand for real that you're not just there for the money, but you're also there to ensure that they as a business do well. And following up pretty much is amazing because it shows the other party, the clientele side, that you are serious, okay? That's how companies get to, cancel out some people who actually come to propose. They'll be like, okay, fine, we've had 5 presentations, but only one has followed up. So they will go with that one. So ensure that you're not that person who does not follow up. Now, creating a retention strategy, if thankfully and hopefully, and I know you'll do this, you close that deal, ensure that after you've delivered that solution, don't leave it at that. Just create a client retention strategy. Even if it means that in your offering, you'll ensure that, because you're dealing with gadgets and gadgets do fail, even if it means providing, complimentary services for you to just go up and maybe, give them support with this particular gadgets after X, period of time, do that. Make sure you keep them. Let them be your family, quote unquote, and let them feel that you are now part of them, because that way you will never lose that client. So create a client retention strategy as well. So Peter, I hope that now you've understood and you go out and put these pointers into practice. I always tell you, if I tell you and I give you all the solutions and you don't implement, you'll still remain at the same point. So pick this up. If you're a business person in any other kind of area, also this particular solutions work for you. So take note, and of course share, tell a friend to tell a friend, because we'll be uploading this particular video on YouTube. Very important. So Peter, I wish you all the very best. You have a peculiar product. Not so many people are in that particular space, so you need to find your niche and do just that. Follow that solutions liner and see your business grow. I wish you nothing but the best. So for you, the business person who is grappling, the number is still the same right there on your screen, 075-0933-088. Okay, so be sure to do a voice recording or a video recording and send it to that WhatsApp number. If you send me a message, I will not be able to help you, so be sure to just do that and share right here. Our mission again is to transform our country's economy a business at a time. Let's meet again. Yes, I'll get to answer your questions again next week on Thursday and Wednesday and Thursday. And of course, on these other days, I'll give you tips on how to better your business. That's it for business updates this morning. Don't go too far. I'll be back with the crew.
Politics bamujje mu security eggwanga lyaffe ligenda kukola ki kufuna obuzibu. Nze omuntu wa wansi atuula wansi ku ttaka ssebo, nze ngenda okuweerera omwana oyo ng'onzimbidde essomero lya kalina.
Naye ne gavumenti oba eri munkwe etubuzaabuza tekutula eri awo tulaga eno tulaga eno. Esayidi Katale ne sayini katale akati abantu ate koona abantu basalinga badeno nga badene emotoka zibapone abantu batwaka gavumenti etekawo sente wetulaba ambulensi zetuzibira omuntu n'awulira akakombe ka ambulensi ng'ereeta mulwadde n'alemera mu kkubo.
Watching Morning at NTV.
And we're back as I sip on my moringa tea. At least I'm giving Rita competition on her green tea. Really, but green tea is good. I realized and I came across moringa tea and I'm like, where have you been all my life? Over and above beetroot.
So how is the taste?
It's not so sweet, but I don't mind it because either way I don't take sugar.
Ah, okay.
Yeah, I'm not
what
a
are the
sugar
benefits?
person. Now the benefits of this, moringa pretty much is an antioxidant. It has, they call it the tree of life. So there's benefits. Okay, when you compare moringa, now moringa is a tree. Now there are extracts from the leaves and there are also extracts from the roots. Now this give you different benefits, but pretty much it saves you fight off diseases, prevent diseases. The conversation is about cancer, so it has a lot of antioxidants. It's an anti-inflammatory agent. So if you have those issues, it helps out in that, your digestive system. There's nothing that moringa cannot cure. It's just a holistic doctor.
So David, do we need to ask her the important
this
question?
This talk is like one of those science classes that I got very just enough of. It's like this moringa. These ladies love moringa so much. It's like it's the only talk. I have this talk every single morning. Every single morning.
It's just much. We've had a talk about beetroot, we've had a
Lord.
talk about green tea, we've had a talk about moringa,
eggs,
and David is just
eggs, meat, and everything. I'd love to say good morning. I'm going to start up a session where I say good morning to some people, and today I want to say good morning to our social media people who have been fueling this battle between Cindy and Shiba. I want to salute you. You people are the winners. Yesterday there was a tweet by Shiba where she told people, hey yo, I'm going to be performing at the Burna Boy show this weekend. And right below there's a tweet that came through, I'm going to come with your house.
I saw that and I just wondered.
I was like, come on guys, people, slow down.
People on social media are quite, sometimes they're ruthless, sometimes they are.
But to be honest, can I be honest? If this battle was ever to happen, if you have noticed these two artists, their dress codes, I'd want to be seated at the front.
Really? I feel like those are two different women who should. And actually,
their dress codes.
What David is saying,
yes.
I am going to say, people stop trying to compare. If someone is in an industry doing her thing, no. That's the reason why you end up putting women in a position of competing with one another. You come with something totally different, and you should.
Even men are put in that position.
When do we always do? I don't think we've been in a situation. And actually, men never.
Do you remember the battle we had? The first battle we ever had in this country. It was between Bebe Cool and Radio and Wizo. Are those women?
No.
Are those women?
Now, what I'm trying to say is, and it's the best month to talk about this. Within the month of March, a number of times men never take it serious if someone tries to compare them with another man. They're like, he's doing his thing, I'm doing my thing, I don't care. But a number of times when women are compared with women, they take it personally and they start to be on a level where we're always competing, and it should never be the issue.
You are in your own lane.
What I'm trying to say is that men don't take it personal. Women take things personal.
What makes you think that we don't take it personal? It's
well, you don't come out and start to compete with one another.
The fact that we don't come out to make noise about it doesn't mean that we don't take it personal.
Baby Cool took it personal.
We did, exactly. So
actually, across all gender, from what David is saying, it shouldn't be a women thing. So across all gender, do not compare men to men. Don't compare women to women. Don't be putting people against.
Life is about comparisons. People out there looking at Mala, they're like, Mala and Rita Kanya.
Don't even get it in your mind. Don't listen to David now. People don't listen to David at this point in time.
Rita has glasses.
Okay,
and
David, let's talk about World Down Syndrome Day.
Yes,
thank you. So today is the 21st day of March 2019, and the world is observing the World Down Syndrome Day. Now, for a number of people, you will see people wearing those colored socks today. If you have a pair, please put them on in case.
I'll put on my socks tomorrow.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's
Just-
fair
just
enough.
'cause I
fair
missed
enough.
out today.
Yes,
Yeah.
and the hashtag that you can use with that now is the hashtag is lots of socks day. There's also a hashtag World Down Syndrome Day. Then there's also WDS World Down Syndrome Day. So there's D19. Yeah, it took a minute, but it came through. Yeah, so use that, and and it's all about the hashtag being "Do not be left behind."
And also,
people need to know about this.
Thing is, and I think people need to share this information with their connections, because now the Children's Clinic in Nalia all week through has been offering free services to children who are suffering from Down syndrome. So free services, because children of Down syndrome, we did host a mother who has, lived with a child. Now the child is 30, Derek, and she was saying it's expensive to really parent a child with Down syndrome. So getting this hospital services for free is a good thing. So share that information. The Children's Clinic in Nalia is giving back to society.
Yeah, and also take some time to learn about the Down syndrome and what exactly it means, because for a number of people we live with all these negative attitudes about it and low expectations about it, but people with Down syndrome can actually live fulfilled lives. Derek is an example. So when you look at someone with it doesn't mean that their world has come to an end.
Okay. Unfortunately, time doesn't allow us to go any further than this. Morning at NTV comes to an end. We'll be back here tomorrow. The same crew, same time. Tomorrow is Friday. We're looking forward to it. Masters MTI is coming up next. Morning at NTV. Let the discussion keep going on. The hashtag is Morning at NTV. From Morning at NTV, the crew, the producers, the cameramen in here, all, thank you guys so much for waking up very early. And
Sip some moringa.
Yes.
I'm not going to take any of it. Guys, have a lovely day.